seamlessly. The other thing we wanted to talk about is the Kaduna train hijack. The terrorists actually making demands, fresh demands, and this, of course, has led to trauma among the families of all of those who were abducted. We have with us Professor Abdul-Aziz Atta, who is a spokesman, shall we say, for the victims, all those who are directly impacted most closely. A fine morning to you, Prof. Abdul-Aziz Atta.
Morning, sir.
Thank you.
Morning to everybody.
Indeed. Just put us in the context, please. I described you as the spokesman for for those that were abducted in that train hijack. Do you actually explain to me how close you are to any of the victims in that event?
Okay. Thank you very much. I have my aged 85-year-old mother in captivity there. She's around 85 years old. And at the same time, I have my senior sister, who is around 53 years old. She's in the captivity there.
Well,
with the others. So I have two people directly close to me.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. So what can you tell us, given this inhumane ultimatum by the terrorists, abductors, bandits, what do you want to call them, and what you would like to say out there publicly?
Okay. What I can confirm is that, one, that audio that everybody had 2 days ago, that audio is real. It's those that abducted our loved ones that spoke with a journalist. So it's real. So if the audio is real, that means the ultimatum they gave that within 7 days, if their children with the government are not released, they will stop feeding our loved ones and start killing our loved ones. So I don't have any reason not to believe that audio and the statement they've made.
What is the interaction, if any, that you've had with government on this? Because government also must be really, this must be tremendously important to government as well. Have you got any joy, any encouragement? How do you feel about government's reaction, if there's been any that has been shared with you on this whole problem?
So let's look at the two levels of government in Nigeria, the federal and the state. The state government got in touch with us around about four weeks ago, and subsequently, although it came in very late because today is the 60th day and 60th day of the events. So, but the state government got in touch with us about 4 weeks ago through the Commissioner of Internal Security, Honorable Samuel Arwan. They have been giving us
I'm talking about the Kaduna support. State. Yes, okay.
The Kaduna State. Sorry, Kaduna State Commission of Internal Security. Yeah, Honorable Samuel Arwan have been in touch with us and giving us assurance that they're doing all their best in getting our loved ones out of captivity. But in that same audio that we had 2 days ago, you can clearly, they made a statement that, yes, the government is actually talking to those that abducted our loved ones. The federal government is actually talking to them, but the federal government needs to do more. Unfortunately for us, the relative as a group, federal government have not had any direct contact with us. Today is the 60th day. On Monday, it was 8 weeks of the 8 weeks that the side event took place. We've not had any direct contact from the federal government as a group.
How does that make you feel?
How does that make me feel? I think I'll rather rephrase your question. how do I actually feel now? How do I feel now? I normally give people example. When you lose somebody, when somebody dies, you know that that is the end of that person. You have a conclusion to that. You mourn and accept the reality. But for me, this is 60 days. You have the loved ones. You're in pain. You are in serious pains every day. You hardly eat. Your sleep, you hardly even sleep. The life is completely disrupted. For me, I'm fortunate. I'm happy that ASU is actually on strike. Without ASU on strike, just imagine, how will I go into the class and teach the students? How will I have done that? It would have been impossible. When I have my 85-year-old mother and senior sister in the forest under armed captivity, how will I? Life has completely changed, turned upside down for us. It has been extremely difficult. In fact, you have some of us that are feeling suicidal. Some of us are actually feeling suicidal. So, but we draw the strength to carry on, because whatever we are feeling, our loved one in the bush, they're in worse situation. Okay. They're in worse situation. Well, imagine you have.
I beg your pardon, Honorable. Thank you very much for sharing that harrowing feeling with us. The whole country can empathize. Your beloved mother, your senior sister, and that's not just about you. All the other people involved also have relatives. Thank you very much for sharing what you have with us. And I imagine the whole nation is praying that this will resolve itself properly. Thank you very much for making time for us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
Indeed. Okay, so that's our program. We've run out of time, but thank you very much for being with us. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folare. Bye-bye for now.